Hello everybody, welcome back to Range and River, and in today's episode we're paddling through the salt flats, setting up camp on a deserted island, talking with wildlife biologists, and having a really fun time. Well, we just launched our kayaks. This is my buddy Nick. We're going to camp on a deserted island. Look at this kayak. He just pedals right along. That's so nice. And there's me back here. Struggling. Right now we're crossing the intercoastal waterway. It's a waterway that runs the entire length of the East Coast. And boats use it to move up and down without having to go out into the surf. Barges use it to move cargo. And me, I use it to go fishing. But it's really cool. Some of it I think was engineered by people, and a lot of it is just made by little barrier islands. The big yacht coming up behind me back there. See it? Now that boat's going to create a pretty big wake, and I have most of the weight of my boat on the back. So I'm going to have to turn around to cut through the wake. You can see that big wave coming at us. Woo! If we were up closer to the shore, I've had it happen before where a big boat like that comes through, creates a wave like that, or the wake, and I almost tipped my entire kayak. See right up here how the waves make a little ripple, and it looks different than the rest of everything? That's because there's a sandbar there. If you come out here in a normal boat, you have to be careful and look out for things like that, or you'll run into ground. Speaking from personal experience, I've done it before. Another thing I'm having to deal with out here, aside from just the weight on the back, is we're at an outgoing tide right now. So all the water's leaving these little channels and flats. It's making it really hard for me to paddle up in here. As soon as I stop paddling, the kayak just wants to turn right around and float out. Oh, it's a shipwreck. Somebody wrecked their boat here. Well, I feel really bad for whoever owned that boat, but that gives us a good opportunity to catch some fish. Where there's structure, there's fish, and that shipwreck is structure. So all I'm gonna throw is this little 1/4 ounce jig head with an underspin and a little paddle tail in the back. No luck on that shipwreck. It's still pretty cool. I mean, just check that out, dude. I feel bad for them, but still a cool thing to find. So what we're gonna do is pull up on one of the mud flats right now, try to reorganize our gear a little bit, and once we're done with that, I'm gonna throw a jig head and try to catch a flounder. What's wrong with your kayak?
The straps that tighten the back and the seat were loose, so I was like sinking in and like sinking back.
I'm actually gonna get out and redo mine too. Well, definitely flounder, check it out. This time of year there's a bunch of small flounder, and when you throw a jig out, they'll bite the whole back of it off. Well, we've been paddling for a little while now. We've pretty much made it to the island. We stopped in this big open area. It's low tide, so there's a lot of like oyster beds that are exposed and muddy areas that are exposed. But we paddled over a pretty nice hole. So I think I'm gonna throw a jig out and see if I can't catch anything. I'm really gunning for a flounder right now. I can't even keep them, but I just really want to catch one. The water here behind the island is pretty shallow. So what I think I might do is head up to the back side of the island here, stash my backpack with all my camping supplies somewhere, and then put the kayak back out and head out to these salt flats for a little bit so we can actually get some good fishing in out here. As we're getting closer to the island, I have to use my paddle as like a pole. I don't want to get out and push my kayak because the mud on the bottom is just like this black gook. And I do not want to get that all over my feet. And before you ask, yes, this brick is my anchor. I think this time of year sea turtles might be nesting. I know some sea birds are for sure. So let's be careful about where we put up the tent. I called the local state biologist and they said they have the areas marked off. Looks good? Like I was just saying how they mark off where the sea turtles lay their eggs, and they went and found a nesting site, so we're gonna go check it out real quick. Oh, look at that. You can see where it went down the water and like back up and laid its eggs like right here. Dude, that is cool. I'm feeling refreshed after jumping in the water. Now I'm gonna go grab the tent, my bag, all our stuff that we don't need to fish out of the kayaks, and bring it over here, set it up, probably a good distance away from where the sea turtle had laid its eggs. Put all the stuff we don't need inside the tent, and maybe hit the flats again. We'll see. I don't know. I really enjoyed jumping in the water though. All right, well, now that we have all our stuff out on the beach, we're gonna go ahead and set up our tent. Looks like Nick's about to send out the first cast in the surf today. What do you got on there?
A cut mullet.
Good cast. I'm gonna eat before I send my poles out though. For lunch, I just brought a beef stroganoff Mountain House, something easy and lightweight to bring out here. So I'm gonna sit back, eat this. When I'm done, I'll cast the pole out. Nick forgot his spoon. Go ahead, show him the spoon, man.
I got a seashell. Way cooler. They said primitive camping. I took it serious.
Just finished my food, so I'm gonna tie up a leader line to my pole here, send out these rods. Where we are right now, I'm not too sure if we're gonna catch anything, because there isn't any structure out there, any rip currents. There's nothing for the fish to hang out around. But maybe if there's something cruising down the beach, happens to see our mullet out there, it'll take a bite. That'd be pretty cool. That's it, both poles are in the water. Well, while we're waiting for the fish to bite, it's getting kind of hot out. So we're gonna jump in the water real quick. I'm trying to body surf them. All right, guys, well, the beach fishing was going a little bit slow for us. So we decided to come back to the kayaks, and we're gonna take them out in the flats again. All right, well, we're back out here on the flats. I'm gonna try jigging for some flounder. Well, we've given it a good hour out here in the flats. Just gonna head back in. We're back on the beach now. I got my 2 surf poles ready to go. I was gonna put some bait on them and cast them out. I got the poles soaking right now, so what I think I'm gonna do in the meantime is just sit back and relax, watch the waves and let the tide come in. Maybe we'll go back out and try the flats again. Start a little fire and hang out on the beach. Look at that catamaran. He's right off the waves. That guy's crazy. Okay, I'm getting pretty desperate. I'm gonna throw on a 6-ounce Spudnik sinker onto my 11-foot pole, and I'm gonna send it out as far as I can. A couple of Marine Corps Ospreys just flew by. Flying really low too, that was cool. Nick's been up here grabbing a bunch of these little sticks to make a fire. Now he's gonna dig a really big hole with our hands. Okay, he's gonna try and make a fire with flint, steel, and toilet paper. Fire with a flint and steel.
I'm gonna buy a better one. I don't think this one's very good.
No, that one was not very good. But it worked. We got the fire going. I think sit back and cook a little dinner. I'm gonna have another Mountain House. All they had at Walmart was beef stroganoff, so I'm gonna have beef stroganoff for you. We went to check the fishing poles and there's a bunch of crabs everywhere. We gotta go chase one down. Let's see. There's one. Oh, there's another one. Look at that guy. Hey, little buddy. Woo! Whoop, 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 whoop. Another one here. They're everywhere. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut the camera off, eat my dinner, enjoy the fire, and keep fishing. If anything happens, I'll let you know, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Last night, we had, I think, 4 sharks bite onto our rods, and we were way under equipped for the size of sharks that they have here. We were throwing pieces of cut mullet. Something grabbed onto Nick's rod and snapped his pole holder completely in half. I had one break, my leader. One broke. His swivel attached to his steel leader. Nick and I were sitting out here enjoying our breakfast and drinking coffee, and a state biologist had walked by. She's taking pictures of the nest, measuring the eggs, and I asked her if she could tell us about like their nesting habits, what to do, how far away to stay, just some like cool facts about it. So I'm gonna go talk to her. This is Kimmy. She works for
Wildlife Resources.
So she's out here monitoring turtles.
Masonboro Island is managed by North Carolina Coastal Reserve. I'm with Wildlife Resources, so I come out and patrol on Masonboro Island looking for the sea turtle tracks. When we find those tracks, we determine if it's a false crawl or an actual nest. And then if it is a nest, we do try and find that so that we can protect it and monitor it throughout the season until it hatches.
It's pretty cool. She's actually going to go ahead and dig up an egg. I'm not going to show you guys where it is, but she's going to go ahead and grab a sample, and I'll show you the tracks and talk about how they can come up and do a false crawl or build a real nest. And then how long do they incubate for before they come out and crawl?
Usually 55 to 60 days.
How big do these turtles get?
So this is a loggerhead, and they can get like 350 pounds or so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's a big turtle.
They are big. They are not the largest either. They are the 3rd largest. So leatherbacks are the largest sea turtle species. They can weigh 1,200 plus pounds. Then green sea turtles are the 2nd largest, just ahead of the loggerhead and five-bit.
Is there a set distance people should be from these, the nest sites? 20 feet. If you do come to this island, I'll put the number to call if you find a sea turtle nest in the description of the video. Well, the biologist left. Now we're gonna break down the camp, slowly take all our stuff to the kayaks, leave a couple of poles back here. We'll sit on the beach, we'll fish the surf some more, and then when the tide comes back in, we'll head out. Camp's all packed up. We have all our things. We're gonna go hit the flats, fish for a little bit, and head home. What'd you think, Nick? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a good time. Really beautiful island. Fishing wasn't so great, but we'll get them next time.
We got the kayaks all loaded up. Time to get in the water. Looks like Nick caught a little flounder. We'll paddle over and take a look at it. That's a nice fish, dude.
Nice little flounder.
Look at the teeth in that thing, man.
Told you.
It's not a bad size compared to what we were catching. We paddled up to a nice little sandbar. Got out of the kayaks. And then right next to us, there's a bunch of birds diving on some sort of fish. So we just anchored up and we're gonna cast out and see if we can catch something. I got myself a little croaker, a mantis shrimp. Okay, bye Nick, bye. Bye. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. Please remember to click like and subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you in the next one.